Hi, thanks for joining me again as I do the laundry on a lazy Saturday. You can hear my dryer in the background. Hopefully that doesn't disturb you too much. Today's study is opening the passages in Matthew and Luke that include the Sermon on the Mount. So I looked at, in this study, the first one, I looked at the setting up the Sermon on the Mount, and also the passages with the Beatitudes and the woes, but very shortly looked at those because, as I say in the blog post, my objective is really to give credence to Jesus as the Christ. That's kind of what what I set out to do from the beginning, was to draw the New Testament into the Old Testament teaching and to sort of bring it together through culture and history and everything else, so that it would be clear that this is a reality of which we can be certain. As far as the teaching itself, if there's anything that looks like a contradiction, I'll try to clear that up or whatever. But for the most part, my goal is not to deliver sermons on this stuff. It's really to bring light to something that may be perceived as a contradiction, which I would like to put to rest. And then if there's anything that's of interest historically or culturally that can help us understand a little bit better what was going on, then I want to make sure I include that too. So as we go through the Sermon on the Mount, a lot of the sections that I'm going to pull out don't have too much that I can focus on culturally, and there may be some times that I elaborate on the message itself, but that's not my goal. So my notes on the message here are pretty brief. Anyhow, take a look and see what you think. Thanks.